Receiving Schools, here is your reference for today's lesson. Your strand, substrand, outcome, topic, materials, and your reference.
Alright, good morning, 8Cs, Receiving School students and teachers.
Good morning, Miss Irma.
Thank you, may sit down. Alright, 8Cs and receiving students, in our previous lesson we looked at the word contemporary, right? Okay, can you say the word please after me? Contemporary, everyone?
Contemporary.
Again, receiving students, contemporary. Okay, contemporary culture. Now, who can tell us, 8Cs or receiving students, just tell us what is contemporary culture? We looked at this word in our previous lesson. What did we say contemporary culture was? Quickly, can we have someone to give us the answer?
Culture still existing now.
Okay, very good. All right, 8Cs and receiving students, contemporary culture meaning culture that exists now. That is still culture that exists nowadays, all right? Okay, we can say modern and traditional culture linked together, okay? All right? You clear, 8Cs and receiving students?
Yes.
So contemporary meaning anything that is existing now, so type of culture that we have that is practiced now. And I also gave you, 8Cs and receiving students, a project, or I told you that each group, okay, you're going to work on, all right, each group you're going to work on a traditional dance or what? Visual art, okay, visual art, traditional dance. What else? Drama, okay. Storytelling is part of drama, okay. Music, okay, any songs, all right. So each group you have to come with any of these, okay, so that you practice any of these so you can perform later, all right. But for the 8Cs, later we are going to come up here in front and we are going to present to the receiving students, all right, and also to you. So it is accessible. So group 1, what was your what were you going to do? Group 1, let's just go through what you're going to do. Group 1, is it a drama? Yes? Okay, group 1, they're going to be performing a drama. Now make sure when you're doing a drama, you have to be creative. Okay, you have to be creative. Alright, creativity comes in there. Group 2, what are you performing? What are you doing? A song. Storytelling. That's part of drama. Okay, group 2, group 3. Group 3, what are you doing? What are you performing? Oh, visual art. Okay, group 5. Okay, very good. Group 5, they're going to perform a dance. Oh, sorry, group 4. Group 5. Oh, group 5. Okay, traditional music. So that means your music, you have your instruments, if you do have, okay, traditional instruments to go with the song. All right. And if you can write the words on the chart. Okay, very good. Group 6, drama. Okay, drama. Group 7, traditional song. Okay, song and visual arts. All right. So don't forget, it's going to be accessible, okay? Each group you're going to be assessed on how you perform, creativity, okay? Confidence. Every one of you must take part, okay? So that's how you will be assessed. not only one person taking part and you others not doing anything. So receiving students, you're also going to be doing that. Please, you think of something to do. Okay, if you have any questions at all, please, you ask. You have any questions based on this project here? Now it's a time to ask. Cassette, like what you told me. Yeah, that's still okay. To what? A traditional song. A song. Yes. Okay. And that song, all right, the traditional song, and you can also, do you know what it, can you also explain what it means? All right. I think that would be good. Like that story there must be so that song, there must be a story behind it. Anything else? Any questions? Like group 1 was asking a traditional song, and maybe if you can have, if there's a meaning behind that song, can you also explain? Okay, the meaning of that song, or maybe there's a story behind that song, a legend or something. What does it mean? So for that 8Cs, next week. Did I say next week Friday? Next week Friday you're going to present. Okay. Or we can have 2 days. Next week Thursday and Friday if the groups we don't finish all the groups. They don't finish in presenting, then we can have Thursday and Friday. So we can have 1, 2, 3, 4 groups on Thursday and the other 3 groups on Friday. Okay, so receiving students. You can also choose a day to present your performance. Okay. ACs and receiving students. Okay, so far we've looked at culture, all right. Okay, who can tell me in the beginning what did we look at? Donovan, can you recall all those topics that we looked at up until now, please? One of you. One from group 7. Can you just recall all those topics that we looked at, receiving students? Quickly.
culture part 1, culture part 2, roots and relationships of members in a society, the culture of Fiji, culture of Solomon Islands, history of Australia, history of Australia, and how our culture changed, and contemporary culture.
Okay, very good. All right, you others listen. The topics that we looked at, okay, firstly we looked at culture within PNG, culture within Papua New Guinea, and then after that we moved on to culture of other countries. All right, culture of other countries like Fiji, Solomon Islands, Japan. All right, and then we looked at how our culture changes. Who brought in changes into our culture? All right. And we also looked in our previous lesson, contemporary culture, modern and traditional culture together. All right? So I'm sure you have a fair idea of what is culture. 8Cs and receiving students? Yes? You have a fair idea of what is culture? Yes. Okay, because this is what you're going to do now. All right? Okay, I don't have any papers to give you, any A4 papers to give you, so I'd like you to use your exercise books. And after maybe this lesson or the next lesson, I'll collect your exercise books. All right, because this will be accessible, okay? All right. Okay, I want to look up here, 8Cs and receiving students. Okay, can I have you to read together, please?
Write a report on what makes up culture in your society or area today.
Okay. Include
Traditional and modern things. What activity is going to happen in the future?
Okay. Okay, so what you're going to do now is, all right? Okay, you're going to write a report, okay? Write a report on on what makes up culture in your area or in your society today. Okay, so the next 2 points, like you include maybe you can talk about traditional and the modern things also. That's part of, that makes up culture in your society today, okay? And maybe one paragraph you can write what you think will happen to our culture in future, or in 100 years time or 20 years time. What will happen to culture, to your culture? Will it still remain or will it be changed? Okay, so receiving students, what you're going to do now is, okay, into your exercise book, so if your teacher can give you any papers, you write a simple report, okay, report on what makes up culture in your society or area today. You can discuss with your friends, okay, discuss with your friends and write your report, it doesn't matter, but like I said, when you finish, I'll collect your books to give your mark, okay? So receiving students, you can also do that now, and your teacher can collect your books later or after the lesson. Please, if you have any questions, you put your hands up, okay? If you're not sure, please, you ask, or you ask your friend, or you can ask me if you're not sure what to do. Okay. Okay, for the receiving teachers, okay, if you'd like to use, sorry, this is an example of the criteria that I'm going to use for the 8 C's. All right, this criteria, the report out of 10. Okay, this is an example, but if you'd like to use your own or come up with your own criteria, that's fine. All right. So based on this report, we'll look at the criteria and we'll correct the work, the students' report. But if you want to come up with your own, that's fine. So altogether, the report is out of 10 points. Okay, can you complete your reports, 8 C's and receiving students, maybe for your homework? Can you do that for your homework? So that in our next lesson, all right, in our next lesson we can, you've completed everything. And like I said, I will ask each student from each group, I'll ask a student from each group to come up and read out their reports. All right. So receiving students, can you also complete yours for your homework? And maybe in the next lesson, you have your students to go up to the front and read out their reports. Or read out your reports. Okay, you boys? 5 minutes. Please do it for homework because I told you it's accessible, okay? I'm going to mark those. Like I said, not only tests. So make sure you complete your reports. Okay. If there are any questions, please, you can ask. So I will have to give you the criteria too for the other project, the one on what you're going to perform. All right, so 8Cs and receiving students, you know what to do. Okay, if there aren't any questions, that means you know what to do. So if you know what to do, then we will stop. Let's stop, sorry, we will end our lesson.
How many paragraphs do we have to write? How many paragraphs?
Your paragraph can be more than one, but not less than two. Like not only one paragraph or two paragraphs. It can be more than two. All right. 8Cs. You can either do block, indent. It's up to you. Okay, again, your report. Okay, receiving students, your report. You write a report about what makes up culture in your society or in your area today. All right, these are some points that you can write about. All right, include modern and traditional things in your report. What will happen to your culture in the future? Okay. So it can be your paragraph, you can do indenting or block paragraph, it doesn't matter. You can do more than 2 paragraphs. Okay, not less than 2, more than 2 paragraphs. And don't forget to make sure you look at your criteria and you do your report so that you can get 10 out of 10. All right. So that one, this is accessible. Your project 2, dancing, drama, whatever is also accessible. Like I said, I'll give you the criteria later. So anyway, 8Cs and receiving students will stop here. Receiving students, you can ask your teachers if you are not sure on this report and they will help you explain to you. All right, thank you. We'll stop here. And that brings us to the end of our lesson. Thank you very much for participating, everyone. Our keyword still on culture, receiving teachers. All right, thank you 8Cs and receiving students for participating in today's lesson.
You're welcome, Miss Sirma. And thank you for your lesson.
Teachers, here is your reference for the next lesson. Your strand, substrand, outcome, the topic, materials, and your reference.